Back squat. We have our feet position, our knee position, our butt position, our core position, and our torso position. These are the things that I want you to focus on when performing the back squat. First off, with our feet position, we want our feet to be shoulder width or wider apart. We don't want them too narrow to where we have no space for our butt to drop. And we don't want them too wide to the part where we're just out here and we're using way too much lateral stuff. Your heels might need to be elevated, all right? Depending on your ankle mobility and your feet positioning, you might need elevated heels, that's all right. Not everyone, people who have longer femur length are gonna struggle with ankle and hip mobility. We're gonna have to work on that. All right, your toes, depending on your hip orientation, can either be directly forward or slightly angled out. What matters is where it's comfortable for you. With our toe position, our knees should track over top of those toes, all right? We shouldn't have our knees diving in, caving in. We want them to be directly in line with the toes. Not to say that they can't go over the toes, because it just depends on how you load them. We don't want to load into the knees, but have them drive over top of our toes. With our knees, we need to make position for our body to drop. We can't drop if our knees are directly here and I drop here. There's no space for my butt to go. So what I need to do is drive my knees out and open up a space for my hips to drop directly underneath me. So I'm going to take these knees, come in here, I'm going to drive these knees out, creating space for me to drop. Our butt needs to go down. When you're loading, you don't want to load back here and cause torque on your low back, because your weight distribution is from head to toe. If I take these out of the weight distribution, that means that a lot of torque is going to go to this angle that's out of my direction of load. So instead, I want to stay nice and vertical. I want to create space, and I want my butt to drop straight down through. It's going to hinge a little bit and then drop down. It's not going to drop back. It's going to drop down. Our core. We want our core nice and braced. When I'm coming in here, I want to take my core and not have this arch, this excessive arch through my back, but rather neutral spine position. And once I reach that neutral spine position, breathe into there, creating intra-abdominal pressure so I can withstand heavy loads. Just like a soda can, you don't want it to crack. You want to create nice big pressure in your core so that way I can withstand loads. Lastly, our torso. We want to keep our torso nice and tall, nice and upright, staying up. We don't want to round through our back, and we also don't want to arch back like this. We want to keep our torso nice and tall. First off, safety reasons, always back out of the rack, always have your safety catch arms up. Just to show you form and demonstration, I'm going to be coming forward out of it, just so you can see. Breaking that down one more time with the barbell. We have a thumb length away from the knurling. Nice, good set position. Coming through, having a nice shelf with my traps that I put this on, and pulling that bar down into me. Not lax, not allowing my torso to be relaxed, but nice and tall. Coming out, I'm going to be here. I'm going to have my feet shoulder width apart, tripod into the floor, heel, big toe, small toe, tripod into the floor. My knees are going to drive out, creating space, and track over top of my toes. My butt is going to go straight down, not back, but down. My core is going to stay nice and braced, nice neutral spine alignment, not relaxed, but nice and neutral in spine. Breathing into that core, keeping my torso tall. I'm going to hinge and drop through, coming tall.